Hey,
Hey,
I miss you.
I miss you.
Brianna Lane, everybody. I'm going to sing a little song at you. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Hey, I miss you. And I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you'll sing me a song or two. I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, I miss you.
You are so freaking darling.
Oh, thank you. Brianna Lane, it is so good to have you here today. I need to ask you, how are you in this minute right here?
I am okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So like a little snow globy outside my office. The world feels a little heavy, but I'm okay. Yeah.
That's good.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay too. I'm actually, right now I'm really great because I'm talking to you, and it's very easy to shut the door to my bedroom and then the door to my bathroom and be like, here I am. Yep.
Exactly.
So it's a good, I always feel like right now getting down to the nitty gritty of the specific moment helps me like remember that there are mostly good moments.
Yes.
Even
Indeed.
if it's a lot of heavy, but the snapshots.
Indeed. Indeed.
I have to ask you, where are you right now?
I am in South Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And I am in my office, which is my stepson's old bedroom. So this is like a lofted bed, right? And then also it was supposed to be like a sunroom in the back of the house. So it's just like a makeshift thing. Where am I in my head? I am super scattered, but I'm okay. I am here. I'm grounded. I'm wiggling my toes. That always helps ground me. Mm-hmm.
What I usually do to ground myself is I grab a hair tie and then I start twirling it around.
Oh,
that's my grounding. So if anyone ever says, "What is she doing down there?" That's
grounding.
what she's doing. She's grounding. I love that you're in a makeshift space because I feel like that is very where we all are, right? Like that's the metaphor. We're in makeshift spaces.
Absolutely.
Shifting, making do, all the things. I love that. I am going to ask you to sing us a song and tell us what you're singing and why you're singing it, please.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I'm singing and why I'm singing it before I play it, because the first line is something I didn't exactly write, but I did put it in the context of he said, work it till you don't doubt it any longer. And that is from a workshop that I took from one of my favorite poets. His name is Buddy Wakefield, and I tuned in. And I mean, so great that we can tune into these things and attend these workshops. I would have to go to California normally to attend one of his workshops, and now he moved to Europe. And he is just an incredible spoken word artist, and this came from one of those assignments, and I played this at another event that was a book release that I wrote a song for, and I've just I enjoy playing it for other songwriters and writers, just because of how it the impetus for it, I suppose.
I love that.
Yeah, so this is called Hold Me.
Oh, Brianna Lane.
He said, work it till you don't doubt it any longer. But my hair is getting gray and I've never lived a day without the doubt. I almost believed you when you told me that you loved me. But I'm conditioned just to question everything. Got a lot to figure out. I got a lot to figure out. I'm hoping that you'll stick around and hold me. Take me to the prairie, to the wildflowers. My head is getting loud, my heart is getting louder. I'm learning to enjoy the view and all the little things you do to help me love myself and love you better. Got a lot to figure out. I'm hoping that you'll stick around, hold me. When I say I wanna put down roots, I'm afraid that what you're hearing is I wanna plant a garden. Sure, I'll take that too. What I really want are blue stem roots tangled around my working boots, reaching us down towards the waterline. I got a lot to figure out. I'm hoping that you'll stick around and hold me. Hold
Brianna! Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Thank you.
Like, I was just geeking out over all of the lyrics. So
Thanks.
much.
I looked at the bottom of the page. I rarely play shows anymore, and I looked at the bottom of the page, and I'm like, oh, I totally played it wrong.
Well,
I mean,
I think you played
wrong.
it awesome. Right, exactly.
Whatever. It's it's my song.
It is your song. It's your song. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing
you.
with it. So is it pretty new then? Did you write it?
It's super new. I wrote it, a couple months ago, but, a song doesn't feel unnew to me until I've, played it live so many times. Do you get that?
Oh, I get it. I feel
Yeah.
like there's a big stopped up backlog feeling with all the songs I've written since, March of 2020. That it's like, if, a song's written and no audience hears them, is it falling in the forest and is it
Absolutely.
a tree?
Absolutely. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
I know you get it.
I love that I love that you highlighted that you got to take this workshop. I mean, I know so many of us are Zoom fatigued out, but I do appreciate the opportunity to attend things that there's no way, that my kids can be in the basement or whatever closet I locked them in. Just kidding. I don't lock them in a closet. I lock myself in the bathroom. But, and I can attend a conference, and I mean, that's special. I don't know. In its own weird way.
And for me, also the Zoom thing is and I've been teaching lessons over Zoom, and I've done, and Zoom fatigue, real. But for a person, so I've struggled with chronic Lyme for a long time. I think you knew that. And the treatments are going really well, so this is good. But it's been really nice to wake up from a nap and just go into my office, and there I am. I'm participating in the world, which it's so accessible. It's so lovely. So I hope a little bit of it sticks around. Not all of it.
Stick around. Yes.
Oh, huh?
I'm just gonna sing at you. I'm gonna tell everyone this show is called "Hey, I Miss You." My name is Sarah Morris. I'm in my big green bathroom. That's where I just spend all my time. You've not been in my bathroom yet, but that's a post-pandemic, vaccination. We're gonna do that. We got to get you singing here once it feels good.
I'm half vaxxed.
I am half vaxxed too. High five.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I invented "Hey, I Miss You" because I miss people and I want to hear them sing. And so it's and also as a singer, I got tired of singing at my own face doing live streams. And so I was well, maybe someone would want to sing at my face. And so this whole thing is how can I have private concerts and, you know, talk to my friends. And that's where we're doing. Hey, I miss you. And this is Brianna Lane. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to please check this out. Tell me something good. Mm-mm. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Yes.
Tell me something good.
Right?
Who is that? What is that song? Who is
Shaka
that?
Khan and Rupert somebody. Oh, I just love that song. You know
That's
why I
awesome.
learned that song? Was because I had it on a compilation CD that I got at Eddie Bauer.
That's awesome.
No, I've never told that story before, but
That's
now
awesome. I love
now
it.
we know.
Yeah.
The Eddie Bauer compilation.
That reminds me of like all those Putumayo like in Starbucks. I didn't really do Starbucks, but you know, like I got your song at Starbucks. Like it's just like a weird
Yep.
consumerism.
Right.
Am I supposed to
But
tell you
now
something
you do
good?
have to tell me something good. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything good. Whatever's lighting
Anything
you up or
good.
has lit you up.
There's so much goodness. There is so much goodness happening, and even though the world is heavy, and there's just, I mean, I'm feeling healthy again. We just opened. So this is Farmstead Bike Shop. This is my bike shop that I own with my partner. I'm telling like the world that. I know you know that, but
Tell the world.
and we just opened our second location in Northfield. It's been awesome, and I'm actually like pulling shifts I'm selling bikes.
That's
This
awesome.
81-year-old woman called from Custer, South Dakota, and said, "I see you have electric bikes. I need an electric bike now. It's time." And I am eyeing this certain model, and I'm hoping you have it. And she like knew exactly what she wanted, and she's like, yeah. She says she's in her 80s. I don't know if she says she was 81, but and I sold it to her this like lovely expensive bike over the phone so that she can ride to and from the grocery store.
Oh my God, that is the best good.
So good. I just love my job. So my mission in life, I decided, is get people to ride bikes more often, and get people to write more songs, and get people to make more music.
This is a beautiful mission. And let me tell you that I actually don't have a bike and was just this past week like, I think I need to fix that because my daughter finally started riding a bike.
Yay!
In that she probably could have been riding a bike a couple of years ago, but had an experience and then was like, I'm out, until one day she was like, I'm back in. And now that she's in and my son bikes, I was like, I need to get a bike. So we'll have to be talking afterwards.
I know a guy.
Not nearly as cute as the Custer lady, but
all bikes are good bikes.
all
bike riding is good. It's good bike riding.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, that is so good. Thank you for telling us that story. So now we're going to go on to In Case You Missed It, which has never had a melody before, but now that it's got a square, it needs one.
That was a good melody. Thank you. That was solid. Uh-huh.
In case you missed it, this is Brianna Lane. And Brianna Lane just dropped the coolest life mission. Get people to ride more bikes, write more songs, make more music.
Yep.
This is serving the world in like a really great way. I was going to talk to you about, so on your Instagram profile, you gave your bio as music maker, venue runner, book reader, music teacher, sweater knitter, bike rider. So you covered that, which is good. You are co-founder of The Warming House, where you absolutely helped people make more music and encourage people to write more songs. You guys use you all use the hashtag "They're good," right? You would use that in promoting shows, but now you use that in prompting writers to write more songs. Can you tell me? Is that true? Am I getting it right?
That's exactly it.
How can people use that to write more songs? Tell us.
So, where do I even start? The Warming House. Oh, the dear Warming House has been closed for over a year, and we were trying to figure out how to run our mission, and not burn ourselves out in the virtual world, and still have like community events. So the one community event that like really just continued on was the rough draft nights. So once or twice a month, John Lewis is hosting it now, but once or twice a month we hop on Zoom and we workshop songs in progress. And then there's so many writing groups for like a song a week. I mean, you know that from the, what is it called? The summer songwriting challenge, winter.
Yes.
Yeah. And
right now
I've tried
singer-songwriter songwriting challenge, but yes, it's a.
Yeah. And and I've always tried to participate in those, but they feel so high stakes to me.
Really?
I don't know why, because you have to like post a video and like people are going to watch it and like maybe give you feedback, which is great. But I kind of wanted something a little more low stakes and for myself.
Yeah.
So I started the Write More Songs Instagram page so that I put out a prompt from my big jar of prompts that the world gave out. And then I wrote them on a little piece of paper, pull a prompt, write the lyric prompt, and add a music prompt.
Fun.
And so every Tuesday I do that. And then you can use the hashtag Write More Songs to post your song on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. Or Songs Are Good is just like for anything related to songs.
I love that.
And so it's low stakes because you don't have to share anything at all. There's no expectation of sharing. But it's just hopefully it's kind of weird because, I am a person that wants feedback and as like how a campaign is going or something, and it's like, I hope people are playing along. I hope people are writing songs. I don't know, but I just got to kind of trust the world that it's doing some good. And I do hear little bits every once in a while that it's like, hey, thanks for the prompt.
Yeah.
Or what does that music prompt mean? It's good.
I love that. I think a lot of times with these writing groups, like that is the thing, is you're not going to know necessarily who's all being reached by it, right? Or like sometimes I'll ask someone how they showed up in in the songwriting group that I participate in. And it'll be like, oh, well, so-and-so talked about it. And they said, you talked about, it's just like one person says it to another person, says it to another person. And because of that, someone's writing more songs. What? The world's a magic place. So
Exactly.
Thank you for doing the magic in that way. But then you also have been a recording artist, a touring musician for a really long time. You've released beautiful, beautiful record.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
The last full length was Navigators Club.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is true.
17?
18?
18. The picture is you as a child on a bike.
Yep. Truth.
Just to bring
With
it.
a bowl cut.
To bring it. Well, we all had the bowl cut for sure. My mom did mine out of spite, actually. She hated my thick hair, and so ta-da.
Did she actually put a bowl on your head? Because I love that idea.
She had someone else. She had someone whose job was to know better do that to me.
Sure.
That's as most of us did. But like, come on. But then you also, more recently than that, you had a singles project that was really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, where you did a single a month.
Yeah, so my intent was to, and here's, going back to the songwriting groups and like getting a prompt and putting something out there. It's more about like guilt. Like if I don't finish a thing, I feel so guilty because I'm an ex-Catholic and that's just how we roll. But
you went to Holy Angels, right?
I did. Yeah,
my dad graduated from totally different generation.
Yes,
just remember that. Because...
That's awesome. Yes, I went to Holy Angels. I was the one hippie. I got the recycling program going in the 90s. It was great.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah, I did. So the goal for that project was to write a song a month or release a song a month and then do kind of seasons. But I was like in it with chronic Lyme, and it just didn't come to fruition. But I'm so glad the little tiny one of 3 songs came out, and I sat down and recorded it with just a few fancy mics with me and a guitar. And I'm really glad that I just let myself go on that one, and just like, okay, we don't need the fanciness. We can just, it's about the song and not about the production sometimes. And although now I'm getting into production and that's fun. Do you self-record? Do you
just with my little the mic that plugs into my phone. So I have been doing in quarantine some like harmony vocals for people from here, which has been great. But I would like to upgrade. I mean, I've been just tiptoeing. So you did Stones in the Water. Sorry, I'm telling the future a little bit. But the singles project, you did all that recording yourself?
No, I didn't. I hired Justin.
Okay.
And I took mental notes, and I was like, I think I can do this.
But you're right that like it is a project that really focuses on the song, and like it's a spare, and it's beautiful because you are an excellent songwriter.
Thank you. I just hope to do more like recordings like that, and maybe add some layers, but kind of just get out of my own way and just put songs into the world instead of overthinking it. I love that. That's a goal.
True story. One of the best ways for people to follow you, to learn more about your songwriting, to hear when you might have something coming out, to see when you might be performing or live streaming, is to become a member of your Patreon.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, it's so fun. You do it.
I think it's so fun. I love Patreon.
It's so fun. I got so stressed out putting my page out there too. I was like, oh, it has to be perfect. I have to have my tiers right, and and I was like, you know what? Again, getting out of my own way. Mm-hmm. I'm 41 now, so it's a good thing to. I'm better at it. At getting out of my own way. So I published it, and I was like, I don't know what this is going to be, but I hope that it's going to be good. And I've been doing a video a week. And missing a couple weeks, but I try to write a song a week. But if I don't, then I just update and say, "Hey, I didn't write a song, but this is what I've been working on." Because regardless of if there's not a finished product, there's still so much work that we're doing or that I'm doing, and it feels really good. I made a zine.
Show us the zine.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick preview. Ready? And that's like it, and it's like flat form, right? And it's like it's going to be like a little book like this.
Oh my gosh. Can you define zine for me? Because I know that it's, just define. Z-I-N-E.
Z-I-N-E, short for magazine? I guess. I don't know. I'm a child of the 90s, and zines were aplenty in gritty coffee houses, and it's just a little collection of words and thoughts, and maybe doodles, and maybe words, thoughts, doodles. What else do I have in here?
Words, thoughts, doodles.
That's about it.
That's awesome.
And like, so I was struggling with a theme, and my theme is maybe these words need music, maybe they don't.
I love that so much. So if I go and sign up and become a Patreon right now, would I be able to, does the zine come?
Yeah, so you get it in the mail. Mm-hmm. No,
amazing.
All tiers, I'm a socialist, so all tiers get all things, because I couldn't figure it out. You know, I was like, but I want to give you all the things. There's ideas I have about some tiered items, but everybody gets everything. And yes, and my hope is to do this seasonally, because this is mostly orphaned lyrics, and like how I come up with lyrics, and and I just kind of remembered what I saw in the 90s of like little clip art, and like it was really a lot of work and really satisfying. It's a lot more work than I thought it would be.
Sure. Yeah. It looks really special, and I have to say that I am also a child of the 90s, but I didn't drink coffee until the 2000s, and so I am totally devoid of that. I missed that culture entirely, so that's why I got to ask you to define it for me. today, and I've learned.
If you need a throwback coffee shop just to see like what you missed, like Cafetto has not changed since the 90s. Okay. It's like on it's like by Franklin and
it's by the Wedge, right?
Yeah, by the Wedge. Cafetto. Same. I hopped in there and I was like, are you kidding me? Nothing has changed. It's amazing.
Sometimes you need that. I love that so much. Okay, so I will link to everything. And I really encourage you all to follow Brianna on Patreon. It's such a beautiful place to be. And go follow The Warming House, and because that way we'll keep abreast of where that's headed, right, as we go forward.
Yeah, it'll be a thing again.
As much as it was a physical venue here in the Twin Cities, it also was it's like a spirit and a thing that, I mean, as someone who loves it from an outside perspective, I can totally see how it will. It's like just looking for its next form, you know, or what, like it's a big heart, and
it's all ideas and hopes and, you know, trying to manifest a good space and a good situation, and maybe some funding to make it happen a little bit better, more accessible too. We want it to be more accessible to more people and all that good stuff. So
I like that. That is good. Yeah. This is where I'm going to ask you to sing a song. And we talked about the Singles Project. This was something I listened to on my run the other day, and I was like, oh, I love this song. It makes me feel, because I have gotten to watch some of your songwriting in the Songwriter Challenge, so I feel like I have this kind of sense of your style often, and this felt very Brianna to me and beautiful, and just like all the lyrics I could sink into. And so I'm wondering if you'll sing Stones on the Water.
I will. I'd be happy to sing this song.
Thank you.
This is one of those songs that just kind of fell out without much struggle. And I'm so grateful for it. And yeah. I don't have much to say about it other than that, I guess. Thank you for requesting it.
Yes. I'll link to, I mean, you can listen to this, you, watcher, can listen to this on all the streaming platforms. I'll probably download it at Bandcamp. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I think
that
it is
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Brianna Lane.
Wish I had a kitchen with a big wooden table and a bay window looking out over the back 40 acres. I wish I had a bag 40 acres full of flowers and cucumbers, and a path through the woods down the hill to the river. I'll meet you there. We'll throw stones in the water. We'll throw stones in the water. We'll throw stones in the water. Calling on the spirits, the lost and forgotten, come sit around my table. We'll feast from the garden, tell stories of madness. Stories of crazy and lost inhibitions and adventures to the tops of the highest of mountains and down to the valleys, down and up again. I'll meet you there. Throw stones in the water. Throw stones in the water. Throw stones in the water. I throw words in the fire and give them to cinder. All my fears and desires, cumbersome hindrance. Life in the sun, life in the shadows. And I'll meet you there, with those stones in the water, with those stones in the water, with those stones in the water. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
Brianna, I just love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, it's so good to get to listen to you. Thank you so much for singing that for me.
Thank you. Were you singing harmonies? Like,
I
because
was.
I
I
was
know.
hoping you were.
I totally was.
I heard it in my soul.
I was
I want
absolutely
it
doing
live. I want it IRL.
Me too. And I feel like you are like me in that the harmonies are always happening, right? Like you sing them often.
All the time.
Can't stop,
Yes.
won't stop. And
Yep.
but yes, so I was. I love.
Literally, you said can't stop, won't stop, and I went like sang it in a third. I was
Yeah,
like,
you did.
Yeah.
I love the rich detail in that song. Then the way that the lyrics repeat in the chorus in this like very honest way, and then the times you use repetition from verse to verse, it's got this like it's got all the craft so that you don't ever notice. You know, it's just it's so good. Songs are good, especially yours. Okay.
Thank you.
So here's the part where I ask you to play it forward. Tell me what you're listening to that's making you all hot and bothered these days.
Like listening to like music. Oh.
I've heard it's a thing, and it can be new or old or whatever. Just anything that's really like good for the ears and the heart.
Oh my gosh. So I again, Patreon. Like Patreon's just keeping me motivated to like do fun things. I made a playlist for them. Well, and for the world, but really for them, but for the world, a while back. And what I do is I listen to like Spotify's Best of Americana, or like find one of their generated playlists, and then like grab 3 songs that I love off of that, and then build a playlist around it. And like songs that I've never heard, so that it gets me listening to new music.
Yeah.
Josiah Johnson is my favorite.
Ooh.
He was a part of the Head and the Heart, and it's so crazy because the Head and the Heart, like rivers and roads, cool.
One album cover that's like I can't handle looking at. That's unrelated. Okay.
That's so funny. And like that song, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be my anthem if it was out in like, when I was 18 and at summer camp. But now I'm like, cool, it's a good song. But then I listened to his solo record. What is his record called? I'm looking it up right now. His solo record is called Every Feeling on a Loop.
Ooh.
And I listen to it and I think, holy shit, this guy had fun making this record.
Oh, I love records like that. I love when I'm like, this person's having so much fun singing.
Yes, and it's it's crafty, like lyrically, and it's sonically beautiful, and I just love it. I'm really happy about finding him to listen to.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking.
Yay, that's good. I will put that in the show notes so that everybody can also listen with us. Okay, so now I'm going to thank you, Brianna Lane, for being here with me today. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you sharing this time. I'm going to thank the watchers. We have to thank them. Thank you, watchers. I will be back next Friday at noon. And again, I will link to everything Brianna involved.
Perfect. And now I just want to have a show like this too, so that I can like ask you all the questions you asked me.
Yeah,
I feel like so odd right now. I'm like, but Sarah, I want to know about you, and I want to gush on your songs.
we can take that off camera. But now I'm going to sing the theme song. You ready to hear it again?
So ready. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Hey, I miss you. And I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you'll sing me a song or two, and I'll just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, Brianna Lane, I miss you. Thank you, everybody.